Also, for the last 2 or 3 decades, the amount of sugar, refined sugar, white sugar, or the refined carbohydrate, we use too much, about double or triple than before. So the more white sugar, refined sugar we use, okay, the more sweetness, the more energy we have, so the more byproduct, that is carbon dioxide, as we already explained it already, because when our body yield the sugar or the carbohydrate, and especially the refined one, okay, it have no protective layer, it have a very high concentrated sugar, so when it get into the cell, it burn up and it release a lot of energy. On the same pace, it release a lot of byproduct of that carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide plus with the water in that byproduct reaction, and 70% our body weight water. That's why it combine together and create acidic environment in our body too. So that one is not good. And then also more and more people use animal protein, especially meat. Alright, so meat be digested in our stomach. In order to break down the amino acid, the animal protein, our body needs to secrete a lot of chloric acid. So that is very potent acidic environment. So more and more we eat meat, and our body will produce more acidic fluid. So that's why the byproduct of that and the final acidic environment will get into our bloodstream, etc. So as you see here, it have many different common reason, and we make the mistake during our life. So that's why here I write down for you so you can pay attention to that. And here I have a different color and this different number. What that means? This is just a sample, okay? Because some people, they make too many mistakes. Okay, they have many wrong perception and wrong way of living, eating. So that's why first step we need to sit down and write it down, because sometimes we have too many, and it's so simple. Like for example, living after sunset, or stay late at night, okay, or eat sugar. It's very simple, right? But it's not. Right? That's why we need to sit right down. And then the second step, we need to categorize it, to see which one is more often we violate, and which one is the most severe, most important. And then after we categorize that, and the third step is the most important, and we spend time, energy to transform that. Right? So when we do that, we will see our life change, and condition will change. Right? Not only for the body, and also for the mind and for the environment surrounding us. Because many people don't follow that instruction. They may not sit in that right, so they don't know how many problems they have. They think, okay, that is very simple and normal. Okay, everybody do it, so I do it. Right? Secondly, they don't know which one. When we not sit down right now, we don't know which one is the one have a more important than the other one. So, and then we spend a lot of time and energy to transform, change a minor one, so it don't have a good come out. Instead of we spend time and energy to change the major one, and you see the change, the improvement a lot. Okay, so that's why the color and the number here mean example for us how to check out and how to write down and how to convert or change for each person, totally different. Okay, so that is another thing we should keep in mind. And last but not least, we need to think about that again, correlate to what we just talked about, the acidic environment in our body fluid. It causes a lot of problems. So a lot of people don't think about the natural way of living. So again, remember the external condition, the rule, regulation, something like that in every single organism, just to help that organism, okay, to work perfectly all together. because if you have only one person, okay, you can do whatever you want. But when you have 2 or 3 people come together, we should have some agreement. Okay? Not anyone want to do anything. Okay, so that's not really good idea when we come together. Yeah, we may sit down, okay, talk together, negotiate, arrange something, okay, if you want to do something, yes, okay, but you have to listen to other people. Each one have an advantage, a disadvantage, so okay, how we bring it all together, negotiate together, and make the solution to have a benefit for everyone. Okay, so the same thing in here. In our body, each organ, each meridian system has different tasks totally. Right? It works at different position, have a different job and different structure, different environment. But how can all that can work together, correlate together to make the whole unit of our body and mind peacefully, healthily, something like that. So that's why we need to listen to our circadian rhythm and live harmony with the nature, especially all the universal law. So that's why in here, first thing I recommend for you, change your schedule to be harmony with the universal circadian rhythm inside your body. Okay? Because remember, we are a very tiny organism in this planet, and compare our planet, the Earth, with the whole universe. It is just a piece of sand in the ocean beach. All right? So equally harmony with the nature, with the universal law, we have a lot of support. But if we live against that, we will crash down, we will damage. Okay? So that's why try to change your schedule of working, of daily routine, whatever, according to the universal law, according to the circadian rhythm. Okay? For example, most people stay very late at night and wake up very late. We don't live according to our circadian rhythm. That's why it messes up everything. So that's why the first thing here, we need to change our routine, our daily activity, so it matches with the circadian rhythm. And you know that most of the office open at the daytime, right? It fits with our circadian rhythm. So that's why the rest of the time, okay, we have to change to make the best out for us. Okay? So here, wake up early and go to bed early. Having positive thinking when you wake up and try to maintain it over the day, and have a warm glass of water just after you wake up and before bedtime. If you have vinegar, okay, apple cider vinegar, better. If you have some chia seed, much better. But if you don't have anything, just warm water, that's good enough. Okay? And then exercise in the morning, very important. Exercise because at the night time, okay, we lay down horizontal. Okay, so everything from the head to toe, okay, it's balanced, it's the same. And then also relaxation under the organ, okay, in the sleeping state, and under the pore, it's kind of very relaxed and very small. It's not dilate because the temperature at night is low down. So that's why in the morning, okay, when we sit up, okay, it will follow the law of attraction, okay. The gravity, it pulls it down, so the blood cannot flow up to the headquarters, and we feel dizzy, okay, unconscious, or tired, or numbness, or cold feet, or cold hands, something like that. So that's why we need to do exercise, okay. Exercise so the bloodstream can flow, the energy can flow even from the top to the bottom. Okay, from the internally and to externally to every single fingertip and toe. Okay? So make sure exercise in the morning very important after you take a glass of water. And meditation. Okay, again here we use the sitting peacefully. Start early in the morning. We already spent this morning already. And prepare for your breakfast or for any meal as simple as possible. Remember, combination, whatever you cook, fresh fruit, okay, fresh, the more fresh one, okay, the better it will be, because the vitamin, mineral, trace elements still there. You can see the real color, you can smell the real flavor, and you can taste the real taste. Okay, easy for our receptor, okay, to receive, easy to send to the headquarters, and easy for the headquarters to send out a signal order to solve that problem. Okay, so if any problem, it's easy to discover and correct it right away. See, so if we mix it so complicated, we cook it so well, then all vitamin gone, okay, and it become many new products. Okay, so it's very difficult for our receptor but on the tongue to receive that, and it's very difficult for the digestive system to recognize, to break down, to transform that. So it will have a lot of complication. So when any problem occur, it takes a lot of time to search around, to diagnose, and then to correct the problem. So that's why we think it makes more work for our body. And the same thing, okay, the relationship with the people surrounding you in the office, in the society, it becomes complicated. It's not straightforward. Right? On the other hand, if we nourish our life every day, normal, simple, so our relationship straightforward, easy, simple. Right? So, and then also he try to follow, observe the natural breath, especially the belly breathing. Okay, the belly breathing, it will help to empty the dead gas in the lung intestine. It helps to empty the dead gas at the bottom of your lung. Okay? And also to help you to calm your mind down, to slow your heart rate. Okay, so belly breathing is very important, and that also helps you to calm your mind, right? And make sure early in the morning, wake up and have a warm glass of water and empty the trash bin. That means you have a bowel movement. According to the universal law, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., the universe gives us the support a lot. So help the lung intestine work powerful to put out on the trash, on the waste product. That means we empty the trash bin right away. So, and then after that we can bring in the new one. Okay, the new food will be absorbed by the lung extraction, or the good thing will come in. Otherwise, if we not empty the trash bin, the dirty, negative energy, the trash, okay, still in there, so it will pollute. Okay, make all the new food be polluted. Okay? It also, by the lung extraction, it will have a stagnant, dirty, smelly in here. So if we bring the new food in, it will draw in the same frequency, the same attraction. So only the bad one, or the dirty one, or the no good one will come in first. Okay, so no good. That's why having bowel movement before 7 a.m. very important. And most of people nowadays, they have a constipation, and from that constipation, they have all kinds of problems. High blood pressure, they have the serotonin problem, and they have endocrine problem. They have many problems, okay, just start from the constipation. So make sure you understand that and empty the trash bin as early as possible. And being mindful when eating or drinking. Remember, doesn't matter what kind of food, if we can control the first two states, that means outside, good. But in case we cannot control the first two states out there, everyone has the right to control internally. That means the last step. Okay, and we already learned and apply that for the lunch time for 4 days already. You see, so it's very important when we understand the universal law, when we know when is the best time, okay, to nourish and heal, and we all apply that. So in case if we cannot control the first two states, we can take advantage of the last stage when the food gets into our body. All right, so that's why we need to be very concentrated, very mindful, and with the appreciation, with the gratitude toward the food. And then the longer the time the food in your mouth, the more time they can have and the more information they can get from the receptor bud on tongue to take information to send to the headquarters, the central nervous system. And when the headquarters have all enough information, they will send out the information for all the endocrine and all the enzyme, all the digestive fluid to get ready down here, okay, to receive the food and transform it. Even though it has something no good, they still have time to prepare to deal with that. All right, when we eat or we drink in mindfulness. And chew slowly and carefully, that are the same to support for the mindfulness. And again here, try not to use microwave, okay? As you know, okay, everything have both sides, the cone have a both sides. When you have a convenient, quick, when you use microwave, okay, so the downside of that, okay, we damage on your internal energy, damage on the food, damage on the cellular level. So I recommend you not to use microwave to warm your water or your food, okay? And then also try to stay away with all the cell phone when you cook or when you eat, at least, okay? You can stay away from your cellular phone as much as possible. That will help you. I told you it not only interfere with the central nervous system, interfere with the heart, okay, but it can affect every single red blood cell because the cause of that is the iron, the metal, okay. So electromagnetic field will have an interfere effect with that. So that's why try to stay away as much as possible, especially at the time when you eat or when you cook, because that is the time when it draws in energy inside your body to maintain your survival. So stay away with the cell phone at that time, right? And last but not least, every week we should have one day resting totally. That is the day for your own, okay? It's simple. Ring simple, don't do anything, okay, just relax totally, let you come back to your body, let you come back to the nature, to the beach, to the park, to wherever. The more nature, the more natural condition, the better. And you try not to depend on the cell phone, not to depend on the food, not to depend on anyone, just freely come back to yourself, at least one day per week, okay, one every 2 weeks, right? So the sooner, okay, the more often the better for you. Because finally, when you leave this world, you have to by your own, okay? Nobody can go with you, okay? Nobody can accompany with you, so you are the only one. So that's why we have to learn from now. And nobody have a contract with the dead, right? Nobody has a contract with the dead. So we cannot guarantee we can live tomorrow or next day or next month. So by living fully at the present moment, appreciate everything we have in the present moment and prepare to live in a peaceful state, happy state, and have enough, feel happy with what we have. So that's why we prepare to let go at every single moment. So we have no problem, okay? And then here I'm talking about have a positive thinking when we wake up and maintain it throughout the day. This one is important because as we know, the law of attraction, when we wake up, that is the beginning of the day. So if we have positive thinking, the law of attraction will bring all the positive energy inside our body up to the headquarters. And the headquarters will synchronize, projecting out, and collect, extract all the positive vibration, good thing from out there come. So we have a peaceful day, a successful day. If we have a wandering mind, we don't know what to do, we don't have any intention, we don't have any preparation. So inside all the internal organs don't know what to do, they can do whatever they do, so it messes up. And so the same token, with all that shouting, messy energy, so it will spread out and it extract all the messy, shouty frequency, people, with all the things out there, so you don't have any control. So how can you can succeed with that energy? You see? And then what happens if we wake up with the sluggy, tired, boring, angry, very negative energy? So again, negative energy by our thought will collect all the negative energy in our body. That's why it makes us feel tired, feel depressed, feel angry, feel upset. And the law of attraction will draw all the same frequency, the same energy out there. So we will meet all kind of nasty people and all kind of problem, accident, and we feel angry, we feel upset, and the situation is worse and worse. Right? So that's why have the positive thinking early in the morning and try to maintain it as long as possible. If we can do it throughout the day, it's very good. In that positive thinking, we have another thing a little bit more specific. That means we know how the mind projecting out is synchronized with all the mind, all the frequency, all the vibration by our way of living. For example, early in the morning, instead of I take a cup to drink the water, okay, and after that I can clean that and reuse it. But other people, they feel convenient. Oh, I grab a bottle of water, the plastic one, right? The plastic one, and after I drink it, I throw it away in the trash bin. So convenient, so cheap, right? So if you have that thinking, now we have to think about in our body. Think about that in our body. In our body have to reuse, recycle almost everything. Even though the simplest one in our body is what? The water. Remember, 70% of our body weight is water. And you know, the heart, the kidney have to recycle and reuse the water. It circulate, filter, reuse, recycle. We have around 6 to maximum 7 liters of water on our blood, okay? But the heart had to pump 7,000 liters. Right? The kidney has to filter almost at least 7,000 liters of fluid every day. So that means it has to recycle 100 or 1,000 times every day the water. That is the simplest one. Besides that, it has a 3 elements, vitamin, mineral, nutrition. Right? So that's why in our body, every single thing be recycled, be reused. Even though the neurotransmitter, even though in the colon, that is the trash bin, okay, it still tries to reuse, reuptake the water. That's why if we have a constipation, the feces stay in the colon long time, it continues to draw the water to recycle. That's why, okay, the feces get harder. That's what we call constipation. So think about that. Okay? So if we live out here so convenient, okay, we don't recycle or don't reuse, that we again a universal law, and we create a lot of waste energy and a lot of trash, a lot of byproduct. Okay? So that's not the right thing, especially for the plastic, the foam, the nylon, whatever. Okay, it can last for 100 years to be decomposed. Okay? So think about that. Even though when we use the paper, as I told you, when we use the paper, it can be decomposed quickly, right? But when we take the tree with the green color, the brown color, dark color, to transform that into the white paper, it has a lot of process, a lot of time, and a lot of chemical be used, a lot of water be used to make the tree or the plant into the paper. So even though this one can be melt out, can be decomposed very soon, okay, very quick, but it still make contamination, create a lot of problem in the society, or in the soil, in the water. That's why we have to think about that. Okay, try to live simple. Try to show appreciation. If we appreciate our life, we don't want our body to eat a lot to provide vitamin, mineral. We don't want our body to drink a lot of water. We don't want our body to synthesize a lot of the endocrine fluid or the enzyme or the neurotransmitter, because everything they have to recycle and reuse. Okay, so the same thing in here. Okay, so if we appreciate the resource from the nature, we have to try to use something we can reuse. Instead of we use the cup, we can reuse forever, right? A long time. Then this one we use one time, we throw away. And this one, it takes 100 years to decompose. It can cause the volume of trash build up. It takes on the ground and it causes pollution. Okay? So keep in mind that when you have a correct perception, okay, don't care about other people, because if you wait for some people, someone out there to do that, okay, no one. We have to think about ourselves first, and we change for ourselves first. For example, I say, okay, to protect myself, okay, I use a cup. So when I think, okay, this cup is going to help me to have a better taste, it helps me to understand the relationship between my body and the environment. I appreciate my body, I appreciate the environment, I appreciate all the resource. So when I have that correct perception, right thinking, with the 1 per thousand of synchronization, connection, okay, with the ratio of 1 per thousand, very, very small. So we have 7 billion people in this world, or 8 billion people with the ratio of 1 per thousand. So we have at least 7 or 8 million people will have the same connection, same vibration with my positive thinking and right perception, right thinking. And say, oh, that's right. We need to use the cup instead of use the plastic bottle. Okay, protect our body, protect the environment. On the other hand, someone say, oh, so convenient, so cheap, I can use the water bottle and after I can throw it away. Okay, it's one bottle. It's not much. It's not expensive. It's not cause pollution much, right? In that moment, again, with the ratio of 1 per thousand, and another 8 million people out there in the world will synchronize with my wave, brain wave, okay, vibration. Oh, yes, he's right. Okay, so it's cheap, it's convenient, it's not cause pollution much. So use this one, right? So, and then in the next moment, 1 in 8 million people continue to have that thought arise, and we have another 8 million people agree with that. Negative thinking or positive thinking, correct thinking or incorrect thinking. So that's why very careful in your consumption, okay? Very careful with your thinking. Right? If you have a mindfulness, not only with the way you eat, the way you drink, but the way you use all the means to support your life. The same thing like when you go vacation. Yeah, you should have some vacation out of nature to relax, but you go by motorcycle, you go by car, or you go by bicycle, or you go by walk, right? So some people, okay, they just like, okay, every single step, okay, they step on a motorcycle, on a car, okay. One person still ride a car, so instead we use carpool, we use some public transportation to reduce the emission, the carbon dioxide, the toxic gas out in the environment. So everyone should take care of oneself and then think positively, think correctly, so you can help the whole society and the environment. So that is very important, and that is one of the purpose of this the program too, because we cannot live without the food, right? We cannot live without the drink. And we definitely cannot live even only 3 or 4 minutes without the oxygen in the air. So under the food, the ring, the air, the oxygen, the fresh air, the fresh energy come from where? Come from the nature, especially from the tree. Right? So what happens if we make the air polluted, we make the water and the soil polluted? So all that one will get into the food, the ring, and the environment. So we bring it back into our body. So we polluted ourselves. Okay, we make our body and mind pollution because the wrong point of view, the wrong perception, wrong thinking. All right. So hopefully you get some point. And be careful with the way we nourish and the way we live. And I know that only 4 days and you have a lot of information, and some people maybe feel totally in the opposite world, right? Because we never think about that. We never live in that way. So now a lot of information. That's why when you go home, review whatever we already learned from the last 4 days. We have some Viber group. Right? So we send you information every day, so just go back home and review the information we already post in the Viber group for you. And then also we have the website, okay? We have a website. You can go on the website of www.songchanniem.com, okay? And when you go to that website, you will see that it has language. In here you have Chinese, English, French, German, and Lao. So if you want to listen to English, okay, you click in here. It has a PDF. That means all information print out in the PDF form. And if you want to listen to the lecture, you have MP3. In the future, actually in the old website, it has an MP4. That means a video in there. As you see in our lecture, we already use a lot of diagram, the picture, demonstrate for whatever we want to share with you. For the MP3, don't have that function, but because this website, some of still are not finished it yet, so that's why it's not fulfilled. But in the old website, it have an MP4, that means it have a video. And then also in the near future, when you click in here, you will see the video, so you can review that. But in the meantime, if you already participate in this class, in this course, you already see the picture. So when you re-listen to that, you can still see that picture in your mind. So you can review it here. So from the website Song Chánh Niệm. And the other thing you can review, that means again, you can go to the YouTube, okay? And the YouTube they have the same name. The YouTube has the name of Song Chánh Niệm. And then you can go to the video. In here, it has nourishment and healing in the morning, nourishment and healing at noontime, and it has on the lecture. Okay, the first day, the second day to the 4th day, it has a sitting peacefully, and it practice exercise, etc. Okay. So in here, if someone understands Vietnamese, you can go down here to have a question and answer, and then the sharing from people already successful from the program, from not only the patient, but also to the healthcare provider, to director, to the lawyer, to the businessman, something like that. Okay, so all the sharing in here. And last but not least, I have some very basic technique to show you how to cook very simple rice, vegetable, something like that. Very basic, easy, quick, so it can preserve the nutrition, and then also spend less time and less energy to prepare for your food. Instead of you spend more time for your eating, chewing, so you can enjoy it more. So this is in the YouTube, Song Chánh Niệm. And in the near future, you have a totally English version in the channel. All right. Thank you very much. And hopefully today, again, the 4th day, the very important day in the middle of the 7-day cycle. And we already support you, put you to the highest peak level already. So after today you're going home and have the second day, second night of the oily mixture, and then tomorrow you feel great change, and that will stimulate you to support you to do another 3-day cycle to change to the red blood cell, red color, and you fulfill the 7-day cycle downhill easier. All right. Thank you very much. Good luck, and any question, just give me an email or send me the note in the Viber, and we will try to help you. All right. Thank you very much, and good luck. Live peacefully, healthily, and efficiently. Bye.